First up we've got, he's old enough to know better, but still doesn't. Please welcome Comedy's Zone alumni, Steve Rowe.
Wow, you notice they made the old guy go first because they thought I wouldn't last till the end. I'd be expired. All right, so showing that I don't remember anything, let's immediately do this. You know, I've come to the realization that I can die with a clear conscience as long as it's from Alzheimer's. But do I have to go back here? I guess I do. Huh? So I think I'm a Friday baby. And I think in heaven, when they're putting people together, I'm all the parts that were left over. I mean, look at me. Big torso, little legs, big nose, no chin. I'm always left in the bin. It's quite depressing. So I'm fortunate in the fact that at least I got a big dick. I just wish it was white. Oh wait, there's more coming. So I'm a little self-conscious, you know. As a kid, you know, I never really felt like I was loved or wanted. And it turns out that all my baby pictures, what I thought was infantile acne, were actually coat hanger marks. You know, after my first well check, my mother tied her own tubes. Kind of tough, huh? One of my first memories was being lost at Disney World. You know, I was lost and afraid, and I was crying, and a policeman came over and said, "What's wrong, son?" And I said, My parents. I've lost my parents." He said, "That's okay, kid. I'll help you look." So we were looking around, and finally I said, "Officer, do you think we'll find him?" And he said, "I don't know, kid. They may see us first." My pediatrician told my parents that I masturbated so much that I was developing symptoms of shaken baby syndrome. Kind of depressing, isn't it? It was for me. But back then, you know, there was we didn't have streaming porn. We had magazines, you know, which is probably a good thing. I'm not sure I could have survived streaming porn, but I probably would have had a lot less paper cuts. You know, as a kid, I had a lot of nightmares. I had night terrors, and I used to have this terrible dream that I was a Siamese twin, and my brother was gay, and his boyfriend was coming over, but we only had one ass. You know, my dad used to take me swimming a lot. He would row me out into the bay and make me swim to shore. You know, the swimming was the easy part. It was getting out of that hefty sack. It was really hard. Those things, they don't really tear easily. Yeah, I recall as a kid sitting around the fire, the family sitting around the fire, and watching my dad try to put the sofa out. The sofa was on fire. I'm just here to help. You know, I remember asking my dad. I said, "Dad, am I adopted?" And he said, "No, son, not yet." You know, my dad was a fighter, though. He was a fighter till the end. You know, even ill and on his deathbed, he would fight. He would rally. And he'd push that pillow off his face. It was crazy. You know, I've been married for 42 years. How about that, huh? You know what that means? That means if I'd been a POW, I would have been unbreakable. Unbreakable! But you know, marriage is compromise. It's totally compromise. And my wife, I like sex, and my wife likes to sleep. Compromise. Thank you, Dr. Huxtable. At first I thought my wife was Chinese because I would beg for sex and she'd go, "Wonton, wonton." Turns out she's dyslexic. That's backwards, not now. You know, I took my wife. My wife was acting a little peculiar, so we went to the doctors and had some tests done. And the doctor, he said to me, you know, your wife's tests, they're inconsistent. I said, well, what do you mean? And he said, well, she either has dementia or AIDS. I said, dementia or AIDS? What do we do? He said, well, here's what I would do. I'd drop her off in the neighborhood, and if she comes home, don't fuck her. Well, that's my time, thanks.
All right, you can follow Steve at Comedy of Age on YouTube. Man, he looked like a nice dad joke guy, didn't he? Oh, this night is full of surprises. Well, hey, our next